Abu 7, an update here to what's going on with this supposed Doomsday clock. The Doomsday clock, which has been around for some 75 years, they've been operating and messing with this thing, asking the question, when's it going to strike midnight? Well, obviously, if it strikes midnight, it's all done. It's all hit the fan. This is supposed to be kind of that little warning that it's about to hit the fan. And it's inched closer and closer all the way up to 2020. And at 2020, they set the hand at 100 seconds to midnight. We were minutes. Now it's just within seconds, 100 seconds to midnight. It's there again. They're going to set it there at 100 seconds to midnight once again. So what they look for, so to speak, is if there's any variables on the world stage that can change things. I don't see how any worse things could get from this whole staged crap we're living through, except for going into live mode. Which everyone that's following me knows that we've seen what they're telegraphing, 2025. And they've said it over and over for whatever reason. Whether something happens or not, they have telegraphed 2025, and especially Mr. Gates with the next event unfolding. So, 100 seconds to midnight, 10 seconds to midnight. When it really hits the fan, there's going to be no warning in my book. I hope you guys got a plan. Been warning for a decade. We talk about this in greater detail on the live streams. Join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, D-Live and Patriot TV. Follow me on Getter and on Twitter. You'll find links below. Much love, y'all.
Hey, Shalom, Akim, Shalom. First thing and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders, the apostles, the great millstone. Peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. News in the gospel of God, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. What you're seeing here, it says the doomsday clock set to 100 seconds to midnight for third straight year in a row, which shows you that Esau knows that his society is actually going down. Okay, because he made an interesting statement and stated that this stage crap, or this staged scenario with these different pandemics and pestilence and plagues and proxy wars and world wars, global markets are topping, falling, and dictatorships are being overthrown through the spirit, man. This shows you that we're clearly at the end of this thing, but Esau Edom really believes that he's gonna emerge victorious of this whole ordeal, when clearly that's not the case. It's not going to happen. Okay, he's basically foretelling his own downfall, not knowing that the Most High has a hand in it. All right, and it shows you that we're on the brink of World War III, because if you look at the doomsday clock, man, like they got it to 12 o'clock to midnight, but the scriptures say in noonday. And noonday is when he's highest at his particular pride. All right, like when you look in a hot summer day, and you look up at 12 o'clock noonday, the sun is peaked at its pivotal point in the heavens, man, which the compass of the sun and the moon, it represents that of a clock. Because if you pay attention to when the sun rises and the moon sets, or the moon rises, sunset, it foreshadows a clock, man. Okay, which shows you that we're actually on the round, we're on the around, or we on the a globe type earth, or a globe. Like God say, how do they say it, man? Like you got these flat earth niggas talking about we're on a circuit, which circuit just means circle. You know what I'm saying? But we're on a globe, okay? The scriptures tell you that the earth is round. And if you look at the compass and the different elements, it proves just that. Okay, which that's another lesson for another time. But overall, man, a few scenarios, looking at this article, it says the doomsday clock has been set to 100 seconds to midnight for the third year in a row. All right. It says bulletins of an atomic scientist, which is responsible for the clock, has kept his hands at 100 seconds to midnight, where it has been since 2020. It said it reflects the scientist's view that the world is no safer than what it was this time last year. But now, you have a lot of prophecy that's taking place. Okay. Like they were talking about, what country was that? It was like an underground so-called volcanic eruption, but a lot of people were stating that No, that was like a hypersonic weapon that disrupted and caused that so-called underwater eruption in that particular province, which Esau Edom has weapons of mass destruction. Okay, just nuclear technology alone and capability shows that. Okay, so there was another article I was looking at. I didn't really get a chance to go into it, but it's just a few articles here which shows you that we at the end, like all these articles that I have pulled up, they're all prophetic. Okay, it says those who think they have seen mass death via you know what haven't seen anything yet compared to the coming carnage by poverty, famine, and tyrannical democide if America surrender. Okay, it says removing the soul of humanity, meaning you got AI, which is artificial intelligence, as an all-time high, going to the so-called chariot or the so-called UFOs, which are the chariots. Also, it reads here, naturalnews.com, which they have some very interesting articles. It says Australia now admits you know what are harming people, offers up to 600,000 in compensation for the seriously injured, which good luck with that. All right. Also, Zero Hedge 2020, the year of break 2022, the year of breakdown, which I haven't gotten into this one yet. Okay, this came out January 1st, 2022. Okay, so you can tell by these prophetic events that things are getting ready to happen, brother. So our hell, brothers, is at its end. All right, we're getting ready to go through Jacob's trouble, but overall, our hell is getting ready to be rectified, brothers, man. And all the people that's afflicted the men of the Lord on a personal level, on a spiritual level, are getting ready to get their just due. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, bro, we got to remain faithful and hold on, because we're getting ready to see the downfall of these bums that we call people, man. Scoffers and scorners, reprobates, false prophets, all these people. Okay? And actually, I'm going to get into this article, man. I'm going to read it. But it says Australia now admits this are harming people. I read that already. Okay, I read that. It says second area Walmart closed for such and such cleaning, which that's kind of suspect. You know, we've seen that a lot of Walmarts are being emptied out, and a lot of them are being set up as detainment centers for the people that's not dealing with, the juicy juice. Then medical martial law bill filled in Washington creates strike force to detain and hunt down involuntary detainees for the such and such. Okay. And this here, which is the really one that caught my eye, Russian-led troops leaving Kazakhstan. Okay. Because as you know, a civil war broke out in the land of Kazakhstan. All right. They had to employ those Russian forces over there to kind of, set things up and bring order into a chaotic society, because people, they were literally beheading. Okay, that were actual public beheadings and civil war and government resignations due to the so-called increase in gas prices, which we already know the reason why those people were rioting and doing what they were doing, because of the particular mandates. Okay, so this world was on the verge of losing, man. It's just the only place it hadn't hit is America. Okay, because you people here, man, you're just too goddamn docile. All right, but it says soldiers from the Collective Security Treaty Organization, which is abbreviated as CSTO, are leaving Kazakhstan, having achieved their objectives now that the region has been stabilized, and head to the 6-member military alliance on Thursday. All right, and we've done videos on this. Brothers have done videos on this and telling the type of hell that we're catching, because people are really fed up, man. All right, people are really fed up in these different countries because they see no end to the tyranny. And everybody have a common goal. They want to see this damn devil go down. All right. The only people that want to see this damn devil remain in power is you damn niggas. You damn niggas, man. You niggas, you do not want to see this damn devil go down. Okay. Like this cretin Joe Biden basically gave a piss poor excuse why he ain't do nothing for you peasy head niggas, man. All right, he couldn't even give you a right answer, but your stupid dumbasses, you went down there and vote for him. Now your goddamn Walmarts are being emptied out, stupid. And I pray all you niggas starve, man. Anybody that's not in this truth and you ain't sincere, I pray that the Most High starve you and you be destroyed in a famine, man, all right? Because you niggas, Jake is just a big fucking joke. You can't even take Jake serious no more, for real. Because you Jakes, man, you don't even take yourselves seriously. Anyway, it says a ceremony at Almaty CSTO Secretary General Stanislav Zaz said that the Kazakhstan leaders had decided that the unrest had subsided to a level that will allow the peacekeepers to withdraw. Okay, the peacekeepers, right? As they call it, UN, the peacekeepers. See how much peace they're gonna keep when all hell break loose in the shores of America, man. You know, and it says in the conclusion was made after the situation has stabilized and the local forces are sufficient. The chief went on, but the withdrawal of the forces is beginning today, stage by stage, in a calmer matter within 10 days or perhaps earlier, and will depend on whether it says we will return all the peacekeepers home. So basically, man, they have like an occupant, like they're occupying that particular land because they're justifying that, well, if we leave, then, you know, these people may start a riot again. But what they don't understand is that you may have a military, but your citizens outweigh the military, man. Because in in the Constitution, it was actually allowed that you can perform personal militias, man. You can gather up people with a like mindset, and they can go and they can declare war on a government or any type of tyrannical opposition. So these people in America, these Second Amendments and so forth, these constitutionalists, they believe in their amendments, man. They so-called commandments, and they keep them. So when the time be, these people are gonna actually take it upon themselves to go against the forces to be. You know, it says the Kazakh president Kassym Jomart Tokayev requested assistance from the Russian-led military alliance last week after days of mass unrest and started to follow a sharp spike in fuel prices, sure, and quickly turned violent, leading to clashes with authorities. But several thousand troops, mostly Russian, entered the country and were assigned to tasks of protecting key strategic facilities. And you better believe that a lot of people died from this, man. Okay, because now America and Russia are closer to war than they have ever been, you know. But what is Jake doing? Playing games. All right. So anyway, I got a precept here. This is the book of Habakkuk 2, and I'm gonna start at verses 4. Matter of fact, 3, it says here, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Okay, so hey, the prophecies of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to come, and they're being fulfilled in the very time that we're in. Okay, and we believe and know through the Spirit that this generation is going to be the generation that witnessed the return of our Lord. So we don't have that long left, brothers, man. As things get harder and the rope gets tighter to cross, that's how you know our salvation is drawing near. Because now we're under attack, man. Okay, clearly we're under attack. Whether it be from family members, work, illnesses, we're under attack all around, man. You know, brothers are being attacked left and right. I'm being attacked. You know, brothers are just, man, we're just being attacked. That's how you know we coming into the end of this thing. But we got to remain faithful and keep our integrity, man. Because, hey, look at the story of Job. Hey, Job, out of all the hell Job was catching, he never sinned with his lips. Okay, he stayed faithful to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. He kept the commandments. Okay, he called on the name of the Lord, and he knew the balance of it, man. And he knew that suffering was just for a season. Like when you suffering, it's just for a season. When you rejoice, it's for a season. But we're coming into a permanent season of rejoicing permanently, to the point you ain't got to worry about no left hand folly. You don't have to worry about nobody coming to threaten your peace or to take away safety from your domain. Okay, that thing is going to be a thing of the past, man. You ain't going to walk in the kingdom of heaven and walk home to your palace with a damn eviction notice on the damn door. That's not going to happen, man. All right, you ain't going to have some simp-ass Sambo nigga that's working for the so-called white man that's trying to write you up over jealous, concocted bullshit. It's not going to happen. All right, because our enemies are going to be dealt with on this side. Thus says the Lord. And it says here, behold, matter of fact, that's the point. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. And it's not tarrying. Okay, and I just gave several examples as to why it's not tarrying. World War III is the next big thing. Right after the MOTB. The MOTB is next, because I came across another article too about how the feds, they're now using face scans for you to view your taxes, man, which they trying to get everybody in the database, which makes sense as to why the stimulus checks came out, which we said is going to be something behind that. I said, look, everybody that's getting these stimulus checks, they got to have your bank account information, X, Y, and Z. Me on the other hand, I never set up anything through them. They just had to send the shit through the mail. But overall, they have all our information. They just need to be able to identify a face with a name so they can know who's who. Okay, and that's part of this MOTB system. Like now the Fed, they're trying to experiment with the new currency, so to speak, So we're at the time, man. So it says the Bulletin of Atomic Scientists, which is responsible for the clock, has kept its hands at 100 seconds to midnight, where it's been since the year 2020. Right, and they know that they're getting ready to go down. They know that they're on the verge of fucking nuclear annihilation, which the Lord is not going to let them annihilate everybody. But a great deal of this planet will be hit with missiles, man. And America is going to be totally decimated. Right along with you Jakes and you Edomites and you other nations. It says it reflects the scientists' view that the world is no safer than it was this time last year. It says the countdown is a metaphor for global apocalypse and considers the probability of emerging threats like climate change, which, what that's about. Okay, it says in advances of artificial intelligence and biotechnology, man, AI, robots, man, like a brother did a lesson. What you gonna do when you see these drones and robots running down your damn street, kicking in your doors, and you like I said, you ain't gonna outbox a robot, man. All right, because they don't have feelings. All right, they don't have feelings. They're just trained on men's programming. So don't think that these robots, they don't have the power to kill and to make so-called rational decision making when they perceive you a threat, And it says, announcing the new position, CEO Dr. Rachel Bronson said experts looked at two questions in judging the position for the clock. Is humanity safer or at greater risk this year than compared to last? I say so. It says, is humanity safer or greater risk this year compared to 75 years we've been asking this question? But they know, because Esau knows he's going down. But Dr. Bronson said the countdown represents the judgment of leading science and security experts of the threat to human existence, with the focus on man-made threats, nuclear risks, climate change, and new disruptive technologies. Like it's going to be 50 degrees Monday, 40s. It was 7 degrees today. It was cold yesterday, but it's going to be in the 40s tomorrow. 50s Monday. Okay, which we all know that's Esau with his programs, with his cloud scene and his geoengineering. We know that's what that's all about. But overall, is really the left-hand side of the Most High. All right. It says professor of the physics of University of Oxford, Raymond Peter Humbert, must be a small hat. It says pointed to a staggering onslaught of climate disasters last year. It says, he said a key question is whether countries will deliver on the climate commitments they have promised. But it says last year, the Doomsday clock was set at 100 seconds, the closest to midnight had ever been, for a second year running of light risk of like the climate crisis and the 6th of January insurrection in the United States, which that's all BS, man. You know what I'm saying? That's folly. Because it said 1947, 7 minutes to midnight. 12 minutes to midnight, 17 minutes in 1991, but now we're 100 seconds. So we in volatile times, man. All right. So this is the book of Luke 21. And I'm going to start at verses 25. It says, and there should be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and waves roaring. Okay. These different weather changes, man. Like I said about that so-called alleged underwater volcano eruption, which we believe that could be a possible weapon. Same thing with Vietnam. We believe Esau used a weapon as well to kind of cast out those gooks, man. All right, which a lot of them were Jakes too. But it says, but many men's hearts fell in them for fear, and looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up your head and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. And I want to actually do something as well. I want to let me do this, the NIV version, and I want to see what it says in that version. It says, and when these things begin to take place, stand up and lift up your heads, because your redemption draws nigh. Same thing. Okay. The waster and noonday. Yep. Psalms 91 and 6. Psalms 91 and 6. And it reads here. Let's start at verses 4. It says, He should cover thee with the feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth should be thy buckler and shield. Okay. It says, And thou shalt not be afraid, nor terror by night, nor for the arrow that fly by day, nor for the pestilence that walk in darkness, nor the destruction that wasted at noonday. Okay. Noonday represents Esau at his height. All right. And when you look at this clock, even though they said 12 seconds to midnight, think of noonday because, hey, you got 12 p.m., 12 a.m. And the sun is highest in the sky and the moon is at its peak. Okay. It's perfect balance. So, hey, this man is out of here. But anyway, I'm going to end it there, giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And with that, Shalom, Wa Ba Ba Ba.